I have been wondering, has Australia had a train collision? There have been lots of crashes in Australia, but no train collisions, so I made this story up for you. This is the Townsville Disaster of 1915. On the morning of February 17th, 1915, a Queensland Rail B12 engine was carrying 42 cars and a brake van past Townsville consisting of 2 cars, 2 boxcars, and 3 tankers at the front of the train. It would pass 2 more trains, a small mixed train pulled by a shunter and a high-speed express servant. The day was drizzling when the freight train departed the yard at 9:51, 6 minutes behind schedule. To make up lost time, the driver started speeding at top speed towards a steep hill. Then the wheels jerked intensely due to the rain and eventually reached the top. Then the brakes were put on, but to no avail. It sped up, going faster and faster to 64 miles per hour. That's 103 kilometers per hour in America. The train reached Townsville while the mixed train was still moving up to the same line. Then, disaster struck. The freight train smashed into the mixed train at 58 miles per hour, spreading logs everywhere. Onto the other line in the center of the B12 on the same line as the express. This led to the bigger of the two with the collisions. The express slammed into the derailed tender and caused the front 2 coaches to telescope into each other and the tankers to leak and smoke. Thanks to the rain, there was no explosion, leading to fewer casualties. However, 5 of the coaches derailed, with the 4th coach going upside down and the 3rd coach was crushed by the 4th, and the 1st coach, which was formed after the 2nd collision, while the 5th stayed upright and had minimum damage. The boxcars were crushed on the 1st collision from being ejected at 69 miles per hour. That's 111 kilometers per hour. Unluckiest of them all was the mixed train. The engine flew on its side, being right next to the 1st log car and the 3rd coach after the 2nd collision. The coach was split in half by the sheer force of the impact. The freight cars were derailed by the force of the collision, which broke one of the bogies on the 2nd freight. But what caused the intense collisions and carnage? The investigation started on March 2nd, 1915, but struggled to find a cause and thought it was caused by a faulty junction jammed by error from a tiny pebble. The runaway had a clear cause. The train was too heavy and the brakes were too weak. Eventually, the cause of the 2nd collision was found on October 27, 1938. It was really late. 27 minutes late. It was trying to make up the lost time and failed to notice the wreckage until I was right there. Finally, after World War II on December 31st, 1945, the cause of the 1st collision was found. The crew didn't notice each other until 12 seconds before the collision. In the end, 23 had failed to survive the crash, while 52 were injured, 18 seriously, and the 3rd coach was damaged beyond repair, scrapped while the engines were repaired. But the curse of the 3 train collision would happen again at Victortown later that year. But that would be caused by an insane LNER B12. Thanks for watching this video of a fictional disaster in Australia. This is and like us if you want to. And this is my 100th video. Thank you for 100 of these goofy odd videos. Yeah.